There are reports of strange happenings in the desert southwest of the Shanty Pass. Animals have been disappearing and a large hole has appeared. Scouts were sent in to investigate, but as of yet, none have returned. Will you fare any better against what lies beneath the sand? Test your mettle if you will, but beware. Whatever crawls in the tunnels below is fierce and more than a match for even the toughest of adventurers. That is what was written in the update blog post with the Kalphite Queen being released back in September 2004. That was 15 years ago, and to this day that description does kind of still hold up because the Kalphite Queen deals a hell of a lot of damage. It's still a formidable foe even with today's gear and inventory setups. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another installment of bossing in modern OSRS but using an old as fudge guide. Josh, that's a bit of a long title for the series. I think we should shorten it, maybe use an acronym. The acronym is BIM OSRS BUOAFG, or we could turn it into a word and call it BIMOSRS BAOFG. Ladies and gentlemen, it's BIMOSRS BAOFG Episode 2, The Kalphite Queen. The old guide that we will be using today was made in December 2008 by a guy whose YouTube channel is Exquizzle. In RuneScape his name was Pretty Peggy 8, a questionable name, but who am I to judge? The title of the guide is Ultimate Kalphite Queen in brackets KQ Duo Guide. It's a duo guide, which means I need a duo partner, and that's where Buck comes in. We're going to ask him to join us and help us duo the Kalphite Queen using the guide from 2008.
Kalphite's so bad though. We're legit gonna get one kill a time.
As you can tell, he was pretty excited. The requirements on the old guide are combat level 86 plus, check. Attack 80 plus, check. Strength 80 plus, check. Defense 80 plus, check. Prayer 70 plus, check. HP 70 plus, check. Summoning 40 plus? Ah crap, guys, I don't have that. Video over. Goodbye. Full Varak, we've got that. Fairy Tail Part 2 completed. We've got that. The inventory setup is a spec weapon on either a DDS or a D-Mace. I had a D-Mace and Buck brought a DDS. A superset, got that flail, a prayer potion or two, an antidote, one-click teleport out, which is home tablets and food. Monks and up. And the gear setup is full Varax with a Fury. I've got a Legends cape on, a Dreaming Staff, Rune Defender, Barrels Gloves, Dragon Boots. That's what the guy had equipped, and so I thought I would be faithful to the guide and copy his gear and inventory setup exactly, while also having Buck copy the dude with the agility cape setup. We're going to be as loyal to this guide as possible, including, for whatever reason, having 3 types of food: monkfish, sharks and curry. We actually thought that was stew at first, and we were really questioning the guide as to why he put stew in there.
Why is he bringing stew? I don't understand.
Turns out Buck and I are morons, it's actually curry. We have perfectly mirrored the gear and inventory setups. Now it's time to mirror the process of fighting the Kalphite Queen, including putting into the public chat the ultimate KQ action! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. It's time to start Kalphite Queen using a guide from 2008. Let's go. Back in the day, the fairy rings had not received quality of life updates, meaning we do have to go back to Xanaris, put in the code manually, head to the Kalphite Queen lair. We can't use our elite diary teleports outside the Kalphite lair, unfortunately. And we can't use the shortcuts, and although we have actually got the ropes on the entrances already, we brought the rope anyway just to make it more authentic, like we're playing back in 2008. That's one less food inventory slot.
The shortcut's right there.
Oh man, it's really tempting to take, isn't it? Just like in the 2008 duo guide, we're walking all the way around, and it's walking. In the video, he's like, my friend has 99 agility, he's a noob, we're walking around or something like that. It's pretty funny. I recommend you go watch the old guide just for the nostalgia, because it's got like the classic rock music and the Windows Movie Maker effects with the newspaper rolling in and the text transition. It's a beautiful thing. It's a masterpiece. Our process of fighting the KQ is a pretty simple one. We make sure no one's in the cave below, we turn our run energy on, get ready to use our basic bog standard anti-poison that lasts almost no time at all, but we run in, pot up, go to split up around the Kalphite Queen so her attacks don't hit us both at the same time, one in the front, one in the back. That sounds a bit weird. Deplete our entire spec bar on the first go, then whale away on it with Varax. The first phase is pretty easy because it's protecting mage and range, and we're using melee, so obviously we just blast through the the first phase pretty easily, but come the second phase it starts flying and it protects from melee. That's when the Varak comes in, because Varak has, I believe, a 25% chance or so of ignoring prayers and armor, so we don't need to bring a combat switch, so we don't have to mage it or range it, we can just stick with Varaks and melee it down even though it's praying melee.
Watermelon seed!
We got one of, if not the worst drop from the Kalphite Queen you can get on our very first KC. We're basically almost out of food after 1 KC, so we have to teleport away and redo our inventory. In the video guide from 2008, after they do the Kalphite Queen and they've run out of food and they're ready to teleport out, they actually run around and start picking up the potato cactuses on the ground for more money. If you pick up 5 of them, it's like 4k GP, and it's like, why not just pick up the free GP? We're about to finish slaying phase 2, and we still have a lot of food. I've still got 9 monkfish, 3 sharks, 2 stews, sadly not curries yet. But I think it's possible to do a double KC trip with this old ass gear and these old ass inventory setups. Getting 2 KC per trip sounds like a pretty rare thing, and we're gonna do it, hopefully. We're on KQ number 2, phase 2, we've made it this far, and I've still got a bunch of food.
My god, it's unprecedented. Got no food left. We killed it. Poison.
Hey, we did it. 2 KC in a single trip, and our reward, super anti-poisons and 100k worth of wine of Zamaroks. I'll take that any day. We just defeated the KQ, and I still have all my food. I didn't eat a single time. Barely took any damage. Another one down. I've only eaten 5 bits of food. Is this the coveted 3 kill trip?
Oh, I have to teleport out. I'm on 9 health.
We're gonna do it though. It's dead. We've done it with the 3 kill trip. Buckets, your drop, you dafty.
What was it? What was it?
Garbage.
Pick up potato cactus.
Pretty Piggy, for about 30 minutes we did forget to pick up the free potato cactuses, but please forgive us. We're doing it now. Please, Pretty Piggy. We're the 5k GP. Is it potato cactuses or potato cacti? Probably potato cacti. After 1 hour of doing the Kalphite Queen with this old guide, we have made 600k GP, which is 300k GP each if we split it.
How great. What a great strategy we just did.
As you can tell by his disappointment, it's not very fantastic. However, GP these days is worth way less than GP from back in the real 2007/2008 when the guide was made. Back in the day, the money making per hour split between 2 people from doing this method probably wasn't too bad. It's worth noting that this 300k GP each per hour is not taking into account the cost of supplies, but it's also not taking into account the chance of getting the rare items, the Dragon 2-hander and Dragon Chain Body, both of which were very rare and very expensive because they were coveted quite a lot back in the real 2008. We decided to come up with a different gear and inventory setup, all of which was released at the time the guide was made, December 28, 2008. We're still using Varaks, we're still using the super combat sets with the anti-poison and the prayer potions. However, we have upgraded our capes, our necklaces, our boots, and we also have a berserker's ring equipped each. So all in all, we've made some decent upgrades in our gear along with the spec weapons and food. We're no longer using curry and sharks and monkfish. We're going to use what were probably super expensive at the time, manta rays. They heal 22 HP. It's time for the ultimate KQ action! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, round 2. Let's go, baby. Look at the green phase of the Kalphite Queen. She's so big. She's so big and bountiful and beautiful. But then she turns into this like orange buggy bitch. Cut out, don't censor the bitch though. Censor the B word. So we've mixed up, we're using better gear, the kills are going a little bit faster, and we have different spec weapons, although I believe the spec weapons may have been a mistake because the ones we brought were D-Claws and an AGS, both of which consume 50% of your spec bar, whereas before we were using the D-Mace and the DDS, which use up only 25%, and the Kalphite Queen herself has very, very little defense. Her melee defense is pretty crap, so the DDS and the Mace would always usually hit, and you get to use it 4 times, whereas the D-Claws and the AGS you only get to use twice. I actually think there's more DPS using the 25% lower level spec weapons. I think the guys who made this guide back in 2008 were onto something, and Buckerai are morons. At least we're not eating stews anymore. In only 30 minutes of testing with our better gear, we made 511k GP. However, from before using the gear that was in the guide, we almost got the same amount of GP in 30 minutes. However, that could be totally down to RNG on the drops because they are small sample sizes. They're not representative of the accurate GP per hour rates from using gear back in 2008. But we done it. We slayed the Kalphite Queen a bunch of times using a guide from 2008. Have you any parting words for the people watching at home?
Kalphite Queen is an awful boss and I hate it, even with current gear.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoy my content or my channel in general, please consider hitting that join button below the video and becoming a member of the channel. For the low price of 0.99 cents or 0.99p, you can support the channel tremendously while also unlocking loyalty badges next to your comment, access to the brand new Overtime series, which will be a companion to the Escaping 9 till 5 series, along with a unique Discord rank, a discount code for merch, and bonus behind the scenes clips and bloopers. All this fantastic stuff for less than $1 or less than £1. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting. If you want to subscribe, consider hitting this profile picture icon here, and if you want to watch my most recent video that's not this video, click on the top right there. And if you need some new clothes, check out the merch store.